What's going on, everybody? This is Dave from This Is Punk Promotions. I'm here with Taking on Water from San Diego, California. How's it going, guys?
Hey, what's up?
Excellent. Thanks for having us.
What's that?
Thanks for having us on.
Of course. Let's jump right into it. When and how did you guys form?
Well, this is a tricky one.
It's controversial.
I think they're Craigslist. They started dating from Craigslist. And then they invited me in, and I was like, I'll try anything twice. But
That's an uncomfortable question. I think we should.
Then we were like, we need a big dude.
We need to move on. That's not. I'm not comfortable.
I don't know what these guys. I'll explain it because these guys, I don't know what they're on about. So I put an ad in Craigslist,
Told you.
and I guess I basically was having a midlife crisis. Well, I'm not that old, but anyway, I wanted to get back into punk music. I'd done the usual what most people do. I had a family, stuff like that, and life took charge, and I kind of forgot about music for a bit. So I put an ad in Craigslist. I moved to America, and wanted to start back into a band. And Greg, this dude, was literally the first. He must have been on Craigslist, flat to the mat, because he replied within like 20 seconds. I'll be in your band. You sound great. So he sent a picture of himself, and I was like, this is a good looking guy. He's in. Okay, definitely in. So Greg was in straight away, and then we actually got this.
Greg was in there.
We got this guy Julio, who was the bass player. Julio did send a picture of himself, and he was a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Yeah, Julio, you're in." So
We're looking for all these hot dudes.
yeah, hot dudes. So Julio was in as a bass player, and Julio said, "I know this guy Dustin."
He's hot too. That's me.
No, he didn't say he was hot, but he
Oh,
goes,
man.
he plays in a doom metal band, and I was like, "Ooh, I don't know about that dude." And he's like, "No, he's a great guy, great drummer." So Julio introduced us to Dustin. It was me, Julio, Greg, and Dustin, and Dustin was great, and Julio left, and then we got Greg, got someone else in. Who did you get in?
You don't want to talk
I don't
about
remember.
that.
He was in for about 2 weeks, and then we found Big John or Little John. And this all happened rather quickly. So, and then I guess then we were ready we recorded an EP really quickly. We were getting ready to go and start playing out, and COVID hit.
No.
All right, oh yeah.
Dustin had a shoulder. Dude, it's been a cascading, like just a waterfall of things that have just happened. Like, so Dustin is is like a wounded vet, and he's had to have like a couple shoulder surgeries, which is perfect when you're a drummer, because who needs a shoulder while you're playing drums?
Def Leppard doesn't.
So he's after, like Patty was saying, after we finished our first EP, we were ready to go, and then Dustin's shoulder surgery came up.
Well, they just used my shoulder as an excuse to not learn any of the songs. So they're like, "Oh, you're gonna have surgery again." I'm like, "Yeah, well, you should still like practice."
It's a good excuse.
And they're like, "Why?"
Yeah.
And then Patty blames his trips to Ireland on me being hurt. He's like, "Oh, I gotta go to Ireland. Dustin's hurt." And it's like, "You're gonna go to Ireland anyway."
No, it wasn't.
It's home.
Because of your shoulder.
Then COVID hit.
And then COVID.
Oh no, we got an album first.
We did get an album.
We got an album
I
first.
think we got 2 albums since COVID.
We're such liars.
So we've got almost we've recorded the drums for our second album. We have an EP and a full length, and about halfway there on the second.
And we haven't played a show.
We've only played virtual shows at this point.
Doesn't count.
It's the most ridiculous thing. So when we're gonna finally play our first show, we're gonna have like a catalog of 500 songs.
And we don't know.
We don't know.
We could fill up about 3 hours of time for our first show.
We've all played in different bands. Like
Yeah, that's an important bucket. We played lots of shows.
By the way, I was going through Craigslist, and I can't believe the ads where it's like the image and it shows a photo of the hot guy. It's like,
what Craigslist are you on?
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's like you have to
Go
look
to
a
the
certain
bands,
way.
dude.
You have to have a certain style. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? This is hilarious. And then I found it.
Now back to you guys.
Intermission.
I mean, yeah.
No, we were all in different bands, punk, metal. I don't know. You were in the ska band, weren't you?
Using the Mad Caddies.
Mad Caddies.
Briefly fill in.
And then I played in some punk bands. Patty.
Punk bands.
No, you played in like a million bands.
Yeah,
I
there's a
played-
drummer shortage out here.
Well, this guy's been part of the reason too. He was on tour in like Europe for I don't know, for a couple weeks, for like
Yeah.
a month or something.
A couple weeks.
So
I ditch
Yeah.
them a lot.
We
I have
toured
side bands.
Europe. These guys toured locally.
Yeah, they tour San Diego.
San Diego.
I toured the greater Southern California
I
area.
toured San Diego when
Oh, you toured San
when I was from Ireland. So
Oh,
screw you guys, yeah.
that's
So
international.
I came to
Yeah.
San Diego when I was in Ireland. That's why I live here now.
Yeah, there
They
you go.
left you here.
Yeah. So
So yeah, that's kind of the really long-winded how did we form.
I don't think Dave's got
Interview's
yeah.
over. We're kicked
Dave,
off.
wake up, Dave.
That's awesome, guys. So you guys released your debut album last May, 20 years too late. How's the response been?
You're the one that runs all that.
Yeah, boys.
My wife likes it.
Yeah. It's
It's all that matters.
I don't know if you've noticed, Dave, like I kind of, I don't know, my job in general is like doing kind of like media stuff. So I guess for the band, I kind of run it, but I should put more effort into it. But what I have noticed is that just so many, when COVID hit, there was obviously so many bands anyway. And now it seems that everybody that was in the band got back into their old band. And then they started 3 bands in the side because everybody can now record the little parts and send it to the next guy. And it just, the response was good, but it kind of feels a little bit, there's a saying in Ireland called pissing into the wind. It kind of feels like that a little bit where, you know, you're up against it. We're proud of it. We think it's good. You know, we recorded it ourselves. It's all DIY. And, you know, we think it stands up, but it's just hard at the minute with just so many bands and trying to kind of cut through a little bit. But we
got on some playlists and some
we had a few
little bit of action.
a few decent record labels kind of getting back to us about stuff. So that's not the goal or anything like that. But yeah, we're happy with it.
Yeah.
We think the next one coming will be really good.
I mean, especially when you consider you can't play shows right now. So I mean, shows are definitely what drives your popularity. So
Yeah.
it's only so much you can, so many playlists and so many Facebook posts and, you know, telling your friends over and over to listen to your,
Yeah.
you know,
And
stuff.
I promise we'll play a show. So
I know.
Yeah, I can relate to you guys as far as that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're doing it. I think the reason why I'm doing it anyway is because I just want to go out and play shows again.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do. I don't care if it gets whatever the hits are. It's not that important. If we go out and play a show and we play well
Just
and we
have
don't
fun,
suck,
man.
yeah, that's what I want to do. So
try not to suck.
I think that's where we're at.
So you guys said that you record it yourselves.
Yeah.
How's the process?
What are you gonna do?
So,
Well, he's almost been divorced about twice. So
No,
that's
I almost
give you
got
an
kicked
idea.
out of my house.
this is the process. This is the exact
I
process.
got divorced.
Dustin's going to chip in when his part comes, but basically, Dustin says, "Hey guys, I've got to get shoulder surgery again." And we, at this stage, we always have a bunch of songs. We're like, "Oh shit, let's record." So I drive over to Dustin's with a bunch of mics, a bunch of stands, a computer, and we go into Dustin's garage. And we set up the drums, and basically Dustin has quite a few beers. Halfway through, he's a bit drunk. We stop. That's fine. But basically, Dustin kills it. In probably a day and a half, we get. I think the same this album. This album was even quicker. We get the drums. We get like 12 songs, 13 songs done in drums. Then Dustin gets the letter. You can take
Yeah.
over.
Every time we record, one of my neighbors puts letters in my mailbox and tapes them to my house, telling me that I'm on drugs and that they're calling the cops and then I worship Satan and all.
But it's like,
But it's in like, yeah, we do it in the middle of the day. Like I live in the middle of nowhere basically on a farm. And yeah, I used to live in Orange County and no one gave a crap. And I moved to a farm and everyone's pissed off.
just one guy.
Yeah, and what they tell me I suck. You know, it's, like it's bullying basically.
That's how you know you made it.
Yeah, I need a safe space.
Hey, you gotta be able to take the criticism.
I do, but it's all criticism.
And then the next part of the process is whenever Dustin's got the letter and the drums are done,
Then I post it on the internet.
Dustin posts it on the internet, then he goes in for surgery,
Step two.
and then Greg and John come round to my house and they record their parts, I record my part, and then we put it out. Oh, sorry, and then John,
You mix it, dude.
yeah, I mix it, sorry, but then John came round, actually, this is kind of a funny one. John came round the last album, and
He doesn't want to talk.
John's a
about it.
big dude. John's about, what are you, John, about 6'6"? 6'8", whatever. So John's always he's a big dude, but he's a nice, timid fella, and he's always very, he'll come into your house, go, hi, Brenda, hi, girls, to my family, and he's always very nice. And this day he came in banging against everything, and Brenda's like, holy shit, what's up with John? And I don't know what was going on with me. Maybe I had my head in I'm recording, so I didn't notice. I had no clue what was going on. It says, hey, John, and John's getting very deep into the, into the how the album's going to be and all these things, and that's fine. I still don't know that John's hammered until John picks up the jack. I'm like, John, hey, do you want to start? And he picks up the jack and he goes to put it in the amp, and he fucking misses the amp, and he falls into the wall, basically. And I walk, I'm like, oh, hold on, and I walk out to Brendan. I was like, John, is John be drinking? And Brendan's like, hammered. John is hammered. So
That's not how I remember.
no, it's, yeah, you don't
I
remember.
showed up.
Yeah, you
I
don't
think I
remember
played
much.
Pretty well.
You didn't even
So
play.
I mean, look, we're coming off as kind of alcoholics here.
no, we're not alcoholics. No, and yeah, basically we just do it all ourselves, and this one's going to be the same. And I guess it's not as polished as all the other stuff that will be out there because everybody's super polished, but I think we kind of sound like the record sounds, which is a good thing. So
Hopefully.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So who are your biggest influences?
you guys go.
Oh man, Wu-Tang.
Dang.
Wu-Tang and Bone Thugs. Grew up listening to. I really liked Stuart Copeland from The Police, Neil Peart. I like all the old school guys. Ginger Baker, I thought he was insane. And then obviously I got into punk and like NoFX, Lagwagon, all those bands. I like the older punk too, Sex Pistols. I played in a band called Bone Crusher, which I got into when I was a kid and got lucky enough to play with them for a while. And then I got into metal and Slayer and Pantera, and
Yes.
then I got into Doom. I've been into every.
Just drum
So
slut.
yeah,
It does the drum slot.
Absolutely.
that's how my story goes.
I'm the same with Dustin. Same story.
Well, who's your band, Dave? You gotta say your band. You gotta pick
All
one.
those, dude.
All them. Okay.
First punk band, so I was all into metal, like Slayer and Sepultura and Exodus and all that shit. And then my friend put on Minor Threat. It was so
Another favorite
honest
one.
and like so different, and like it felt different, honest and raw. And I was just like, whoa, Black Flag, like the whole Bad Brains and NoFX and the whole cascade. And I kind of switched over. I'm like, this is like the shit I'm into. And, but I still love metal, dude. I still love Slayer. I still love Metallica was my first band. I loved, Cliff Burton. He's still one of the best. Jason Newsted, still one of the best bass players. But I also love weird stuff like Primus.
Well, you're a bassist.
Yeah, you got to get funky sometimes.
I get funky. James Brown, he's in the house. He's
James
in the house.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Gregory.
Me? I don't know. I loved Metallica when I was a kid, but the first band I got into was like, I think we were like, just like Saves the Day. So I was like in that like late 90s.
It's okay.
So
Oh,
Just tell the truth. That's fine. It's okay. Nothing wrong with
I
that.
don't know what happened. That was like,
I'm out of here.
but that's the thing.
Mine's is not as bad as Saves the Day. I just
Saves the
like
Day was good.
no. Well,
Dude, I was in high school.
oh, that's what I mean. It's fine.
It's
Spouses
like-
are assholes, dude.
It's like,
It was the gateway.
Come on, girls.
Was it the gateway drug to MXPX?
dude, I loved him.
No,
I
man.
like MXPX too.
Goldfinger for me. I
Going
just-
is awesome.
I just don't think. I think Goldfinger. The only problem with Goldfinger now is every album they have has got like 3 or 4 amazing songs, and the rest are kind of like. But Goldfinger, were just, for me, I don't think anyone comes close, especially to their first album. I don't think
Never did
anyone
another
comes
Hang
close.
Ups.
Hang Ups was their second one, right? Goldfinger. Goldfinger self-titled was just, nothing comes close.
That's awesome. So you guys are from San Diego. How's the scene there? Do you have a favorite venue, local band?
Oh yeah. Alex's Bar in Long Beach. I like playing there. There's a place called the Wayfarer in Costa Mesa.
That's all Orange County.
That's Orange County.
Scene
The Casbah. I'm from Orange County, so I don't know.
None of these guys. Did
We
you ever
haven't
play?
played down there.
You never played. I'm the only one who played in San Diego.
I played a show
I played a couple shows
down by
down
the
there.
roller coaster.
Is 5 Star Bar down there? Or is that LA?
That's all right, dude. San
I don't
Diego's
know,
scene
man.
is like, it's not huge. It's like you got to get to Orange County or LA if you really want to. I mean, if your desire is to really break into anything, I mean, San Diego's got some cool bands, and like San Diego has a very awesome story, like history. You know, with Unwritten Law, Blink-182, Pulley. It's got some cool bands out of like, actually, oddly enough, out of like one like suburb of San Diego. But it's got some cool like venues. We have a House of Blues here. We have this like really pretty old place that has been around for a while. The Casbah, I think it's been around since the 60s or 70s.
The Clash.
Rocking the Casbah. But for the most part, like San Diego is a really it's super local scene.
A lot of reggae.
Tons of reggae.
Tons of reggae.
There is.
Yeah, it's like surf rock and reggae. Like that's a big thing around here. So, I mean, but it's cool. Like it's a close knit community. Everybody kind of knows everybody else, and it's easy to get shows.
Yeah, we're friends with most of the bands around here, so that helps.
It's easy to get shows.
I mean, we haven't played any.
We
We know people that
It's
have.
easy to get shows.
Let me
It's
just
probably easy if we try.
let me just preface. My old band, it was easy to get shows.
Oh, okay.
Here
So
we
that's
go
a-
again.
so you're-
Bring's
We're
all
way
back.
back.
They actually played well
They featured Greg Moore.
in this punk fest.
No, it's a cool scene. It's just small. It's you know, it's a local thing. Very local.
That's awesome. So now I'm going to ask you guys some non-music questions. It's a good way for me to get to know you. I did this with other bands I interviewed. Are you ready?
Sure.
Yep.
All right. First one, favorite food.
Who? Go.
Chicken soft taco. Del Taco with fries.
Del Taco, bro.
I love Del. That's like when I'm late
All
night.
right. Let him have his thing. Let me have his thing.
Pedro's has good fish tacos.
You go.
I'm just kidding. I go Mexican food just generally. My last meal, it's like Indian, Mexican, sushi.
Like
Thai.
curry with
Actually,
fish. or
I
what?
can't pick, but just the beans, the tortillas, the fucking meat.
Relax.
This guy's about to eat the computer.
Next.
Pizza.
I would say California burrito, but I'm a vegetarian now, so I kind of suck. No, I swear to God, California burrito is my
With
favorite.
the
But,
fries in it?
Potatoes.
but yeah,
Potatoes.
but I turned veggie, so no,
Now
I
he
can't
gets
have it.
Panda
I
Express.
can't have it. Oh, Panda Express, yeah, Panda Express. I take it back.
What do you just get the noodles?
I just get the side, the large, the large side, half and half.
Very cool. So if you guys could wear one type of shoes for the rest of your life, what shoes?
Chucks.
Yeah, I've got Adidas on now. That's terrible. DC's for me.
I got Vans on. I've worn those, but I wouldn't wear those for the rest of my life.
Probably like
I like Nikes. Nikes are comfortable. I'm too old for looking good.
yeah, what are those ones that Tony Romo wears? The Skechers with the foam?
What are they called? The, like the prosthetic
Crocs.
ones that have like the
Crocs.
heel that's like
Crocs.
this big.
Crocs are
Crocs.
cool too.
Crocs go. Oh, dude, sandals.
Crocs.
I could rock sandals. all day.
No.
Crocs, bro.
You're out of the band if you're wearing sandals.
That,
I
go
love
back,
sandals.
You're
go
out
back
of
to
the
reggae.
band. You're done.
I sing half the songs.
No, I know.
We can still kick you out.
Yeah, we can still 3-1 you. Yo, we're having an interview.
Come say hi.
Come here. Come say hi. Come say hi. No,
Oh,
come
yeah,
say
this guy.
hi over here. Over here.
Oh
My
man.
biggest fan.
No,
right
say
here.
hi to this guy here.
Thanks, Dave.
How's it going?
Right, go,
Alright.
go have fun.
Okay, thanks.
Sorry, that's just normal life there.
It's part of the
That's
show.
awesome. If you could be any superhero, what superhero?
Oh, that's a hard one.
Let's see.
Does it have to, can it be a real life superhero? I think we can just say whatever.
It could be a real life.
Yeah,
The
like,
nurses that have been dealing
No,
with
I'm
the
not gonna
pandemic.
say that. I'm not gonna
Essential
say
workers
that.
or
No,
what?
no, oh my god, no.
I always like Captain Planet. Do you know who that is?
No.
He's like saves the planet. He likes to recycle and has like Earth, Wind,
That's
and
a-
Fire.
That's what my
Or is
brother.
that a band?
That's what my brother's called me since I turned vegetarian. You know they call me Captain.
He's my favorite superhero. Though.
Oh, I'm
I gotta go Wolverine. Wolverine's cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd just love to do that.
You know who Tintin is?
Oh wow,
Tintin?
Tintin, yeah.
Hell yeah.
What is that?
I don't know.
I
What
don't
that
think
is.
You
he's a superhero.
You guys aren't. You don't know who Tintin is.
That's
Oh,
Jay,
Oh my
Frank.
god, you guys are not cultured.
I'm going with Tintin. You guys look that shit up.
Google.
It's Tintin European.
Yeah, French.
No, that's why I know.
Oh, he's not a superhero if he's French.
Yeah, I've never heard of this guy.
What is he fighting
He's
with a
also-
baguette?
He's not a superhero, dude.
I'll go with Finn McCool because he's Irish.
There you go.
Fair enough.
No,
He-
that was the
Greg,
great.
what'd you pick?
I said
Wolverine?
Wolverine. Yeah.
That's a good one.
If you guys had $1 million and you could donate it to any charity, what charity?
These are hard questions.
I'd do St. Jude.
St. Jude's a good one. Yeah, you can't knock on kids.
No.
Yeah, it'd have to be some with kids. Children's hospital, something like that.
I would do kind of. This sounds weird. It's very specific. Surf therapy, especially when they go with the. There's one in Africa where they have basically kids that don't. Shit, half them haven't even seen the ocean, and they bring them out and kind of take them surfing and stuff. So I think that's an awesome one.
I've seen it. It looks really cool.
Yeah, they have quite a lot of it going on here, but I think in Africa it's more kind of poignant, right? It's so you don't need to explain that, or I don't need to explain that. No,
I understand. Appreciate that though.
I know. Sorry.
All right, last question. What are some places in San Diego that visitors should check out?
Oh shit, I got loads because I am a visitor. You guys go ahead first,
Actually,
but
Carlsbad Village.
you go first. You go first.
Not San Marcos.
There's what? San Diego Zoo. There's SeaWorld. There's the harbor down there. They got the military museum down in the harbor on the aircraft carrier. Balboa, Del Mar, the racetrack. They also have some shows.
That's
Any
cool.
beach. Any
beach.
beach.
You can park at Patty's house and
You
go
park at my
walk
house.
to the beach. That's what we do.
Sounds
The
good.
best
I'll be
thing
stopping
to
by tomorrow.
There you go.
The best thing to do in San Diego is so everything in San Diego, like any other major city, costs a lot of money, but there's one thing that's completely free. So if you go down to La Jolla, it has to be late August, start of September. And this is really specific. And there's a place called the Marine Room, and there's like a parking around the Marine Room. So if you Google the Marine Room and you park anywhere around there, you put a pair of goggles on. You don't need the rest of the shit, just goggles, pair of shorts, park up, walk into the water up to about here, put your head in the water. You're going to see hundreds of leopard sharks.
Oh yeah.
And it is the most awesome. Like I did it every year. Up until recently, it's the most awesome thing you can do
It's
here.
cool. And right by there.
And they don't, they can go up to 5 feet and they're not going to touch you. And it's
And
incredible.
right by there,
That's
there's
sick.
La Jolla Cove. Fish, Garibaldi, all kinds of different fish. Sea lions have now kind of colonized that area, but it's right next door to that. So you can just swim there.
Don't touch the sea lions or the seals.
Or the leopard.
They don't like it when people are disturbing the
Or the
seals.
great white
Or
sharks.
the great whites.
It's great whites.
Stick to
Don't touch it.
stingrays.
Very cool.
That's about it. Oh, this is good hiking, by the way.
Good hiking.
Good hiking, yeah.
There's a lot of craft breweries. It's like the craft brewery capital of
Southern
the
California.
universe, or Southern California.
I think we're beaten. We're still beaten by Oregon.
They got some good beer there too.
That's right up my alley.
Yeah,
there
dude.
you go.
Brewery tour.
Yes. That's about it for San Diego. No
Well, I really
bugs.
appreciate you guys. Well, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying there's also no bugs. So there's no mosquitoes.
Well, that's always nice.
You can drive
Yeah,
this dirt mountainside by the pier.
No,
No,
don't do that.
No, no, you can't do that. You can drive your car right on the beach.
If you've ever been to Jersey Shore, it's kind of like that in Oceanside.
Good,
Fun.
good drugs.
Good drugs. All sorts of good stuff.
Well, we've been well behaved so far.
I know. Let's stop talking
Alright.
about that.
We've been well behaved.
Well, I really appreciate you guys coming on and chatting it up a little bit. I really appreciate you guys supporting me, and this is Punk Promotions.
Yeah, dude, no problem, man.
Absolutely.
No,
Thank you, dude.
for supporting us as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course, we'll talk soon. Have a great night.
Yeah.
Cheers.
All right, is there a link we can?
I'm
Post
gonna upload this to YouTube, and then I'll post it on Facebook, and I'll tag you guys in it.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you. Cheers,
Of
Dave.
course. See you later.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah, have a good
All
one.
right, see you, man.
Thanks.